We are ready for you tonight. Tom Lydon, Morgan Donahue, thank you so much for joining us for this edition of the Westwood Living Sports Show, presented by Nightingale Wealth Solutions. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic, Tom. Now the regular season's over. Now the real games are going to start next week.
So much to talk about, clearly locally, with what has been an unbelievable winter sports season for the Westwood High School sports teams across the board. But top of mind for me today is what we just saw with the women's Olympic hockey team. What a game.
Incredible.
An absolute thriller with a lot of local ties. Northeastern goalie. Boston College captain scoring the game-winning goal. I mean, what a great game.
It's such an indicator to me, too, of what the future looks like for hockey in your country. And girls hockey right now, which we have guests today for our Westwood Wolverines, it has never been more exciting, more spectacular to watch, and, fired me up.
Well, let's go through the roster of who is joining us here at the Rat Pack Sports Desk tonight here at Camellas. We're thrilled to bring an all-star studded cast. It starts with boys hockey, and of course, generationally, the name that you know, Bill Siebert and his son Matt Siebert. Bill is the voice of Westwood hockey at the Canton Ice House. And Matt, of course, the head coach of the Westwood boys team. We're going to be joined by Ethan Lee and Jacqueline McGowan from the Westwood Swimming and Diving Clubs. Justine Connolly, Lauren Lopez, and Shannon Gillis are going to slide in. I'm going to have Morgan handle that interview. We've only got 4 mics. And then later on tonight, Jess Brown from Dedham Health and Athletic Complex is going to join us. So once again, we've got ourselves positioned for a great night of conversation.
Absolute star-studded guest list we have tonight. And very fittingly to start with Bill and Matt Siebert. I feel like I've known these guys, 30-plus years. Would we say that, somewhat accurate? But absolutely delighted to have you guys. Bill, 23 years of the voice of the Westwood Wolverines. Matt, you are 23 years because that was your freshman year when you count playing and coaching. 17-2-1 on this year. Absolutely remarkable. Matt, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts on the success from this season?
Yeah, it's been really exciting. A great group this year. Obviously, kind of junior-led there, but had a great senior class as well that have contributed each night. So it's been great to see. Obviously, losing half the team last year, there was definitely some question marks coming in, but we kind of knew what we had, and it obviously even turned out a little bit better so far.
So question marks. Let me go to my season preview title right here. The faces may change, the standard does not. The 2026 Westwood Boys Hockey Season Preview. Somewhat bland because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't say this is going to be the team that's going to go 17-2-1. It was, what? They lost 12. There's a lot of questions. And you guys answered those resoundingly. Talk about what has been, the key to the success. Who has emerged that really have stepped their game up for you?
Yeah, I think number one, when we're talking about emerging, you got to go with Sean Joyce.
Yes.
A kid that waited his time, did all the right things, and when the opportunity arose, he stepped right in. He put the work in for three plus years, and then he's run with it this year. Every night he's given us a chance, especially in that stretch. We were winning games by 1, and there was a lot of key saves. Even last night, he gives up that third goal. It's probably a different game, but we always say, okay, Sean gave up 2. I know no more are going to go in, and literally, that's what he did last night, so it's been great to see.
Bill, first thing you said to me when you showed up is can you believe that combined these two teams, boys and girls, have not lost the last 30 times they've taken the ice? That's an amazing stat. If nothing else happens in 25-26, and you get the great joy of being there to announce every goal, every penalty, you get to watch these games up close and personal from that front row seat. Nobody bugging you. What's that experience like for you?
It's the greatest thing really that you could hope for. When you're sitting in the middle of everything, I don't have the hard work that Morgan has to do, memorizing names and numbers. I have a list in front of me. The referee comes over, tells you. You see everything firsthand. It's really exciting, and there's been a couple of overtime games. There is nothing like announcing an overtime winner because you really can be a homer. That's why I'm there. You're there to be a homer. Get the crowd excited, get them worked up. And there's a great sound system at the Canton Ice House, so it works really well.
It's come a long way since the Ponky days. It sounded like speakers were underwater, those first couple of years.
Well, you had to yell. Back those days, you almost had to yell into the microphone. Now, no, you don't have to do that at all.
Bill, you are absolutely beloved by the town of Westwood. You were one of those guys that make the town of Westwood, Westwood. And you're a person that I hope is inducted into the Westwood High Hall of Fame someday because your contributions have been amazing and they've been lasting. When I think of Westwood hockey, you are one of those people I think at the top. And the question I have for you is, you've given so many hours. It's not just hockey, but also, local votes. You are there 7 to 7. You are like one of the most amazing people that support our town. What motivates you to give back to the town of Westwood, not only just for hockey, but also for, those local town elections?
I think it's just kind of the way I was brought up. You're supposed to do these things. Yeah. If you've got the time, don't sit around and pretend you have nothing to do. Go do something.
Yeah.
And be useful to somebody else that you can help.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that being a hockey announcer has helped somebody
Sure
in
it is.
particular.
Of course, you make the memories.
It just it does make it fun, and I know, for instance, a guy that played with you. If you think back to the days at Ponca Park, when the referee came over to the booth to give you a penalty, for instance, his back was to the stands.
Yeah.
Well, this young gentleman's parents came up to me after about the third or fourth game and said, "We're so happy you're doing this." And I said, "Well, gee, thanks." I said, "But why?" "Well, because our son gets a penalty every game, and at least now we know why."
That, your contributions to the town reminded me, and you even mentioned it. Matt, if you wouldn't mind holding up that magazine, it's right there in front of you. Kind of hold it up to the camera. This is the Folsom family who we featured this month, and you reflect exactly what they do, right? You even mentioned it yourself. Such a fitting family to feature because they consistently are just doing
all
something
the time.
for others,
Ever
right?
since I've been here, the Folsoms have been in the front of volunteerism in this town. Unbelievable.
So let me turn the page to Matt and ask you this question. 17-2-1 is all well and good, but it really doesn't mean much now. So how do you get your guys set to turn the page and get ready for what is, in essence, a brand new season?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So that's what we've been saying for a while. We're like, that's great that you put in the work, and hopefully we get a pretty good draw wherever it may be. But I'm like, no one remembers. No one remembers the TVL. No one remembers, making the tournament. They remember one team on March 15th. So it's, it's one shift at a time, one period at a time. And I think what's going to, if we go on a run, it's going to be as a 21-man unit with each guy contributing. No one's more important than anybody else. We're trying to get that team mentality. And I think we, like a Whitman Hansen that we played last night, like they didn't have any kid that stuck out, but they played as a team. Yeah. And, we're like, that's what we want to be and be hard to play against each night, and that's what it's going to take in the playoffs. So they kind of got that message after the first period, down 2-0, and something clicked, and we're hoping to translate that into Tuesday night.
They were an impressive team, and I thought you guys, it was very impressive to come back and get that game winner, Patty Dalton, with the snipe
Awesome.
to do that. To do what you guys, it takes incredible support. It takes an incredible support system. Early morning wake-ups and then late games. You have a 2-year-old at home, Cal. Remember the name, Cal Siebert. He's going to be a stud hockey player. Talk about the support system that you both have with your amazing wives, Gail and Abby. Start with you, Matt.
Yeah, no, Ab's the best. It's a lot. Certainly, obviously, we both have real jobs and a lot of responsibilities and a 2.5-year-old. So, it's a lot on her to have them on a Wednesday night or have them when we're at film on Saturday morning or when we're, going on the bus and gone for 5-6 hours. And just to get him, he's a lot even at the rink, but in a good way.
You got to put him on the roster.
Exactly. The boys are unbelievable with him, so they've been awesome. It's been pretty cool this season, but yeah, no, can't say enough for the support that Ab provides us.
And Gail, for you.
Well, I have to tell you, I was only going to do this for 4 years. His 4 years as a player. Then when he, I was going to just go by the wayside. He was all done. And he comes home and tells me that, well, I was talking to Carl Fogel, and I told him you were going to stay. I told him I was going to stay. Yeah. You're not there. Gail pops up with, just what do you think you're going to do on Wednesdays and Saturdays? Because that's when all the games are Wednesday and Saturday. She said, you'll be lost. And you know what? She was right.
Yeah.
She was right.
It just keeps you engaged, and
It
definitely keeps you connected to those younger kids. And I do want to point out, because we're about to go to our first break, and on the other side of the break, we're going to talk about the Hall of Fame. I did not know, because, of course, I did not grow up here. Hall of Famer, right, your son.
Yeah.
And I'm just figuring he'd be a hockey Hall of Famer, right? No, in the Hall of Fame for his prowess on the golf course. And you told me, what's his handicap?
It was one.
Yeah.
One.
He was
0,
going up
1,
against
something
Keegan
like
Bradley in high school.
Really?
Yes.
How was that?
Yeah, we overlapped his 1 year in the TVL. I was a freshman. He was a senior, so got the opportunity to play him a couple times. So pretty cool. He was actually the number 2.
Yeah. John Curran, this kid was
Another kid that
Yeah.
made the tour, but obviously Keegan has had the better career at the end of it. But
That is
Pretty cool.
unbelievable. Well, thank you both for joining us. We, of course, will be there as this journey continues. We wish you all the best. You kind of hinted Tuesday night. We don't know against who, but we'll pencil that into our calendar. That is Bill and Matt Siebert, of course, the head coach and the voice of Westwood High School hockey. On the other side of the break, we're going to turn our attention to the swimmers and the divers. Jacqueline McGowan and Ethan Lee are going to join us. A lot of good content there. Plus, we're going to talk about our new Hall of Fame website. Stick with us. We're just starting out.
As an independent boutique financial planning and wealth management firm that is women-owned and operated, we offer a unique approach that sets us apart from others in the industry. At our firm, we prioritize providing dedicated care and service to each of our clients. This means that our advisors have ample time to get to know you and your family and be there to support you when you need it the most. And that's what we do at Nightingale, ensuring every client has the peace of mind they deserve, knowing we have their back.
Nothing in sports happens without commitment. You have to commit to prepare. You have to commit to compete. And when the game is on the line, you have to commit to making a decision and trust your preparation. The same is true when it comes to orthodontics. When you commit to improving your smile, you're making a commitment to a better life. Your mouth is the front door to your health. And who doesn't love showing off a beautiful smile when you're celebrating with friends and teammates? Arch Orthodontics is committed to you and being part of creating an even better you. When you're ready to commit, you know who to call.
Camilla started in 1988 in Wellesley. We opened here in 2014. Our most popular options are like people really like the chicken parm, eggplant parm, anything with our marinara sauce because it's nice and fresh, homemade. The meatballs are really good, so you could do like a meatball sub or spaghetti and meatballs. Like, of course, pizzas. Everyone likes like a classic cheese pizza.
At Dedham Health, we've got it all, including group exercise classes, swim lessons, free ongoing personal training, free childcare, sports conditioning, women's only amenities, cold plunge muscular recovery. See all we have to offer here at Dedham Health.
The Westwood Living Sports Show is brought to you by Nightingale Wealth Solutions. More than wealth solutions, new wealth traditions. Camellas, eat like our family. Brown Brothers Roofing, we treat your home like our castle. And Dedham Health and Athletic Complex, one body, one mind, one life.
Welcome back to the Westwood Living Sports Show, brought to you by Nightingale Wealth Solutions. This is Morgan Donahue. I am Tom Lydon, and it's time for us, Morgan, to hop right into our Nightingale notebook, and we've got a lot of great tidbits to share here. And please just chime in. I love how we this is where I just picture the two of us like the two old guys in the
2-minute
Muppet
drill.
Show. We're just up in the balcony, just commenting on
Chirping.
stuff. So as we highlighted in the first segment, the boys hockey team, we're going to start with them. TVL champions. They wrapped up the regular season 17-2-1. A 9-game winning streak. They haven't lost since December 27th when they faced Canton. So we await the brackets.
And undefeated in the TVL, first time since 2018.
Really?
Incredible.
First playoff game is probably going to be Tuesday, as
Yeah.
you heard Matt say. What's your thoughts on this team moving towards the postseason?
They are deep. They are talented. They got a goalie who can steal games. Anything can happen with them. I think they're going to make a deep run, and I think they're going to, really make us very, very proud. with some late games.
Well, the girls hockey team even more impressive so far. 19-1 TVL champs, avenging their only loss of the season yesterday in a really dramatic win over Hingham. Wolverines, the top seed in Division II. They're going to scrimmage with Malden Catholic on Saturday, and then the playoffs start next week at home. Obviously, sky's the limit with this team. They got to be thinking state championship.
They showed grit. They showed moxie. It was Tyson versus Holyfield type matchup. They went down 2-0 in the first period, 3 unanswered to come away with a huge win.
Boys basketball, TVL large champs, 15-6 record. Wins over Hopkinton, Dedham, and Ashland clinched that title. A split this week at the round ball tournament in Mansfield. They lost to Archbishop Williams, but they beat Hingham yesterday. 23rd in the latest power rankings. Your thoughts on that?
They're the best 23rd seed I've ever seen. I don't want to play them.
Yeah, they are a team you just don't want to play. You see that 23rd ranking, you're like, I don't know, they make
Robert Liriano Alejandro, too, getting close to 1,000 points. I'm not sure what it is, but I think he can do it.
Hopefully he can get there. Girls basketball, now we thought they were done after Monday's loss, but maybe not. Number 30 in the latest rankings. There will be one more power rankings that come out, but they were up from 34. We believe there will be more basketball. We're crossing our fingers. It would be a play-in game early next week. If nothing else, some good opportunity to play some postseason games.
I absolutely love it. Reminds me of Robin Hood Men in Tights. Robin gets another shot. So let's go.
Swimming and diving. The boys are TVL champs. The girls finished 6-1 as the team, second to Dover Sherburne. Some solid achievements in the state meet. We're going to get into some of the details with our next guests. Bright, sustained future ahead, but some solid talent graduating this year. Last but not least, track and field highlighted by some impressive individual performances throughout the season. The table really set for the spring outdoor season. Some speedy cats ready to get after it. Final note, we do invite you to join us next Saturday at Cavo in Boston for the 7th annual Women's Empowerment Scholarship Gala. Fantastic time at one of Boston's top night spots. We have the place to ourselves from 5:30 to 9:30. It's next Saturday, February 28th. Support a great cause. You can visit women'sempowermentscholarship.org. We have awarded $145,000 in academic grants since 2018, and we could not do it without you. That is our Nightingale Notebook. Nightingale Wealth Solutions, our presenting partner. Trust your financial future to the team at Nightingale. More than financial advisors, guidance and support you would expect from a fiduciary advisor outside of anyone who shares a last name with you. Nightingale cares about you the most. Thank you so much to Nightingale for their support of this great program. And speaking of great, there have been some great athletes in the history of Westwood High School sports.
Yep.
And almost 220 of them have been inducted into the Westwood High School Sports Hall of Fame. The two of us spent about 2 months putting together what is an unbelievable gallery celebrating the achievements of each and every one of these athletes. And we want to share with you exactly how you can enjoy the Hall of Fame showcase.
When you land on westwood-living.com, take a few simple steps. Click on the sports page, and of course you can get directly to the sports page by typing in westwoodlivingsports.com. When you're on the main sports page, you'll see Hall of Fame in the header. This is your doorway to a treasure trove of information celebrating the greatest athletes to ever wear the green and white of Westwood High School. Brought to you by Dedham Health and Athletic Complex. The Sports Hall of Fame was born in 1993. In the 33 years since, more than 220 people have been honored: coaches, administrators, and student athletes. 18 separate induction classes, men and women, nearly every sport represented. What you'll see here is a searchable database where you can track down the person you'd like to find a number of ways. You can find inductees by enshrinement class. You can also find inductees by the sports they played in high school. And of course, you can find inductees by simply searching their name. So let's say you want to search by class. Let's pick the induction class of 2021. When you land on that page, you will find all 10 people who were enshrined on November 20th, 2021. And yes, we have included a photo of each person from their time at Westwood High. Kelly Rich, you're the lucky one we use as an example. When we click on Kelly's name, we're taken to a page specifically dedicated to Kelly and everything she achieved athletically. More than 220 of these pages are at your disposal. A great way to learn so much about Westwood High School sports history. And so many ways to get there. Very simply, westwood-living.com/Hall of Fame or westwoodlivingsports.com. The brand new Westwood High School Sports Hall of Fame Showcase, presented by Dedham Health and Athletic Complex.
putting in some of these bios, some people I didn't know. It's amazing the achievements go back decades. And I mean, starting with people who their high school career was interrupted because they went to fight in the war.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So just the
40s,
stories are unbelievable about these athletes and what they contributed to this community and beyond.
Tom, it's a great history lesson, too, to learn about the athletes that came before us. And you learn more than just what they did in their respective sports. You learn a little bit about the person, the times, and all that. So it's an exceptional kind of history area to check out Westwood Sports and to get caught up on how special our sports have been in this town for a long time.
Well, thank you to you for all of your work. We, of course, thank Al Wisialko. He's the president of the Hall of Fame, and the entire board who was on board with this project from the beginning, which takes us all the way back to the spring. Yeah. And, of course, it wouldn't have been possible without our sponsor, Dedham Health and Athletic Complex. And Jess Brown from Dedham Health and Athletic Complex will be joining us a little bit later. But first, let's get into some swimming and diving. Now, the funniest part about the swimmers and divers, Morgan, is whenever we do a story, it blows up in popularity because there's just so many of you on the team. Now, two representing the big roster, Jacqueline McGowan is here to my left, Ethan Lee to Jacqueline's left.
Both captains.
Thank you both for being here. How are you doing tonight?
Great. How are you?
Fantastic. It's fun to shine a light on a sport that doesn't typically get a lot of attention.
I will say it was probably the longest time for me to do write-ups swimming because there's so many. There's like 80 people. And I think that speaks to how impressive both the boys and girls swimming and diving was this year, because there's a lot of depth and there was a lot of success over a lot of different relays and also the individuals. Let's start off with the diving. So Jacqueline, senior captain for the diving team, returner, and an exceptional diver. A lot of pressure. You know, you were starting off the meet with everyone, all the attention on you. Talk about the development over the years of, you know, forgetting about, you know, everyone watching you and just going out and performing and executing.
Yeah, it's definitely really stressful when you're there, even if you are not really thinking too much about the diving itself. Just it gets silent. You're not allowed to talk in the stands. So when you're standing there, it's just you and everyone can hear you. But the supportive team and the community of the dive team and our amazing coach, Maureen, really helps us to feel calm. I always feel calm because I know everyone's going to support me no matter if I fail this dive or if I do my best I can. So it's just really amazing to have the people around you supporting.
Morgan, you pointed out immediately, and it's so true, so many of you who are divers have that gymnastics background. How helpful is that to have had that experience before you even step foot on a diving platform or a diving board?
It's definitely very helpful. I mean, I competed gymnastics for a little bit when I was younger, but a lot of divers have just a little bit of gymnastics background, or some have a lot. And it's so helpful because if you just even understand your body flipping in the air a little bit, it helps you to translate that into diving because it's so interesting and intricate. The new divers that start off the year, Maureen always makes them just jump for the first 2 weeks of practice because you have to get used to jumping off the board and jumping really high. So having a gymnastics background helps you to get used to jumping and then doing flips and dives with it too.
Incredible, incredible. And Ethan, you, my friend, you are the freestyle specialist. So we were talking about it earlier. He is the speedster, and this man also has long distance. So he'll do the speed events in the freestyle, then he'll do the 500, 20 laps back and forth. And then he's also finishing up the relays. How do you have anything left in the tank when you're doing that 500 and you still have a big race, you know, one of the most important races, you know, at the end?
Yeah. So in 5th grade, I joined my club team, Kingfish, which I've stayed on since then till now. And these practices, I tell you, they are difficult. They are rough. For high school, to give you some perspective, it's 2,500 yards every practice for an hour. When I'm at Kingfish, it's 6,000 yards every single day. 2 hours. There's a lifting portion as well. Sometimes we swim in the morning, and then Sundays we swim for 3 hours, 8,000 yards. It's a lot. And kind of thinking of the 8,000 yards and putting it into a little 500, it's like nothing to me now. It's like second nature. I'm kind of just swimming.
To warm up.
Yeah, exactly. I'm warming up. And I've just been able to build this this endurance because of my efforts at Kingfish. And it's not just because I'm just there, I'm swimming, but I'm critically thinking about my stroke, and I'm really trying to push my lung capacity, my my mentality, and also like my physical abilities inside the pool. And so I kind of attribute all my success in like my high school career to my club team.
What about the concept of leadership when you have such a big group and it's a group that stretches from seniors to freshmen? You know, there's not a lot of deviation. It's not like there's a freshman team, a JV team, a varsity team. Everyone's kind of in the same pool, so to speak, no pun intended. How does that challenge your leadership skills, and what is the key to being a good captain?
Yeah, so for me, I kind of, as a freshman, I joined since freshman year, and I praised my captains throughout the years because these people knew what they were doing. They've also been there for 4 years straight. So we had like Brandon Wong, Declan McDonald, we had Colin Belcher, Owen Belcher. We had all these great swimmers, right? And kind of seeing them do their job, even though they didn't know what they were doing in the first place, it kind of gave me this motivation to be like, you know, I need to find a place on this team, and I need to be able to lead this team. And that little push from them they were able to help me they were able to guide me through that whole process and essentially just help me find my voice. And so I think the most important thing that I learned was to find that voice and be confident, because this is your team now. It's not like a bunch of random people, and you need to guide them in order to find success.
That was very well said, Jacqueline.
Yeah.
What would you like to add to that?
I definitely agree with that. I think there was definitely big role models for me when I started diving. I mean, my sister Victoria and Harper Morrison were both incredible divers, and they were so helpful and like amazingly supportive in helping me learn how to dive and learn what was going on. But I try to like emulate that when I'm helping the new divers. I mean, we had 9, I think, new freshman divers this year coming from no experience. A lot of them did have a gymnastics background, but a lot of them have never dove before. So it was really cool to just try to like help them learn, and using what what the people before me had taught me to teach them too.
Incredible.
Absolutely.
Any advice for the next group of kids who are going to be filling your shoes? We got about 30 seconds, so hit it.
I would definitely say to just do the best you can and just be as supportive as possible, because for at least diving and for swimming, the supportive community is what makes it just as amazing as it is.
Yeah, I agree. Just you got to find the voice. Like that will help you guide your team no matter what.
I love it. Whatever sport it is, Morgan, when we bring on captains, you can just like sense the
tell.
leadership skills.
It
is
natural.
so cool. But congratulations on a great season. We really appreciate you joining us here, and good luck with your next step, wherever it might take you.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
That is Jacqueline McGowan and Ethan Lee. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the hottest team at Westwood High School. That's the girls hockey team, 19-1 through the regular season. 3 guests joining Morgan right after the break, so don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back.
I grew up right here in Islington, wearing the green and white for Westwood High. And those years taught me that every role matters. The unsung heroes, they complete the team. And that's at the heart of Neroli. From the cooks, to the servers, to the dishwashers, we're a team, delivering authentic Italian dishes to our community. I'm proud to sponsor our hometown teams, every player grinding it out, because I've been there. Teamwork built me. It built Neroli, and it's building Islington. So come join us for dinner, and let's cheer on our teams together.
poverty to disease, conflict to environmental issues, the world faces complex challenges. That's why at Rotary, we unite people to find solutions. We're people of action. We support causes that foster collaboration, peace, and sustainable development. We empower communities to gain access to clean water, quality healthcare, and economic opportunity, breaking cycles of poverty and conflict. Learn more, find your cause, and take action at Rotary.org.
The Westwood Living Sports Show is brought to you by Nightingale Wealth Solutions. More than wealth solutions, new wealth traditions. Cabela's, eat like our family. Brown Brothers Roofing, we treat your home like our castle. And Dedham Health and Athletic Complex, one body, one mind, one life.
We are about halfway through this edition of the Westwood Living Sports Show presented by Nightingale Wealth Solutions. Tom Lydon and Morgan Donahue with you. That was educational to me and enlightening and really refreshing to get to know those two a lot better.
I mean, they were incredible performance on the TVLs. They're also sectionals. You know what they did in the sectionals, incredible. They had PRs, so that was an absolutely outstanding performance by them. But maybe even more impressive performance they did right here in our interview.
Well, let's see if we can perform to that standard. We would like to welcome in the voice of Evan Cardamino. How are you, my man?
I'm good. How are you?
We didn't talk at all about this week's trivia, so.
I won't lie to you. I gave Morgan a little hint yesterday on the game.
Yeah,
it is going to be a basketball one, but it's going to be a Westwood basketball one. That's kind of what I left out, Morgan. So the question for you today is, what was the only year Westwood saw both a boys and girls 1,000-point scorer achieve their 1,000 points in the same year?
Which would have been an unbelievable experience. I wish I was there for that. That would be very cool. And I have no idea.
It's got to be a long time ago. I'm guessing, is it 70s?
It is 70s.
Is it Nancy No. Yes, Nancy Fabiano and Harrington, Steve Harrington.
Come on, he
final
nailed
answer.
it. You nailed the
Did
people.
you really?
He did. I really thought I got him.
That is
Morgan,
fantastic.
you know what year?
77.
Yeah, he got it.
Come on.
Yeah, because Nancy
really
Fabiano
thought I had him
graduated
on
77, and then having Charlie Harrington, I remember that he was 77. So
wow.
Shout out to Nancy Fabiano. She coached Sarah Bain in high school at Foxborough. And also shout out to Steve Harrington, incredible athlete.
That's impressive. You lived up to the standard. Okay, we only have 4 microphones. So what we're going to do now is we're going to toss it to our Brown Brothers Play of the Month. And doing that, we have to set it up a little bit. Now, we typically sit around the office at Westwood Media Center and we're like, well, what's our Brown Brothers Play of the Month going to be? And we thought a little bit and I was like, oh, of course. And as soon as I said it, everyone's like, no question about it. So when somebody is a brick wall in the crease, she deserves the Brown Brothers Roofing Play of the Month. So Jennifer Lynn, this honor goes to you. I'm going to check out for a little bit. When you come back from this, Morgan's going to chat with some of our girls hockey players and coaches.
Knocked loose. Coming the other way from Medfield is number 16 to the net. Saved by Lynn, and she covers it up. Looking to get in that lane, and Medfield gets a clean breakout. Hard shot, saved by Lynn. Second shot, save again, and she covers it up in a battle in front. Jennifer Lynn, 2 big saves. Medfield able to get around Westwood. Shot by McDonald, saved by Lynn. What a glove save by Jennifer Lynn. Works up top to McDonald. McDonald, near side, shot, saved by Lynn, goes up. She gets a glove on it and gets the whistle. Gonna work it up top, cross ice. Shot by McDonald, saved by Lynn, covered by Lynn, and a whistle with 22.7. Jennifer Lynn getting her money's worth tonight.
And Jennifer Lynn been playing on an absolute another level. I mean, she's got me inspired. The Lynn Sanity is back. I got the T-shirt now. I mean, nothing better than this shirt. We do heart Jen Lynn. And we are joined by some of her teammates and her coaches. We have head coach Lauren Lopez, assistant coach Shannon Gillis, as well as senior captain Justine Connolly. Girls, how are we? And thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank
Doing
you.
Great.
Incredible win yesterday over Hingham. We got to talk about that a little bit. They scored the first 2 goals, up 2-0 after 1. You guys scored 3 unanswered to come away with a big win over a Division I team. Coach, I think we'll start with you. You know, how impressed were you with the grit that your team showed to, you know, go up against a team that had a lead against Westwood, which hasn't happened much this year, and to come out with a big win?
Yeah, I mean, very impressed with them. I mean, kind of like we said, the first period definitely wasn't one of our best periods, but down 2-0, and we just had a big mindset shift in the set between the first and second, and they knew what they had to do, and we just came out there and we did it, and they did a great job with it.
The message was heard. I mean, that Aaron Gannon goal was almost like the goal heard round and around Norfolk County. And then, Bridget Lewis with the goal to tie it. Fallon Campbell from the point buried that hard shot. Coach Gillis, Fallon Campbell, one of your defenders.
Yep.
What an impressive player she has been all season. You know, how impressed have you been with her being the leader on the back end and, you know, game in, game out, the effort she puts in?
Yeah, it's awesome. She just is our solid D back there, and we love when the defense scores. Everyone gets hyped up with that. But yeah, she's just been a great leader on defense with having younger girls.
And speaking of defense, Justine Connolly, former defenseman for the Wolverines, this year stepping up on the Hicks and Gannon line. Incredible chemistry that you guys have had on that line. Also incredible production. What has been the key to the success you guys have had this year? Because you guys have been scoring a bunch of goals and really been a big part of this team.
I definitely think our communication, because we always, like, when we get off, like, the ice after a shift, like, we always talk and, like, talk about, like, what we can do better and, like, what to look for the next shift. So, like, I feel like that, like, really worked with us. And, like, before practice, we'll, like, practice our cycling and, like, things that we want to work on to then, like, reflect in a game.
You guys did that beautifully to close out the game. You know, I'm an old school hockey kind of person, so seeing that cycling fires me up. I do want to ask, so you picked as a captain, like an incredible honor to lead your squad, and now you guys are on the doorstep of the playoffs. You guys are probably, you know, I don't see any reason why you're not going to be the #1 seed, you know, unless something broke, the system broke, and something happens. What is your mindset? How motivated are you for the playoffs, which are going to start less than a week away?
I'm really motivated. I mean, no one wants it to be our last game. I feel like Lauren's been saying, like, nothing to lose recently, so, like, we're all just going to put everything we have out there, like, play, like, as hard as we can because we want to keep going.
Great answer. Great answer. And, Coach, Westwood is very special to you. You are a Westwood hockey player yourself. You now get the opportunity. You've been coaching Westwood hockey for the last several years. What does it mean to you to coach a team that you once played for?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I always said after I graduated college, if I were to get into coaching, I would only ever coach in Westwood just with how connected I am to the town. I no longer live here, but my family's still very well connected living in town, and my mom, everybody. So it's really cool coming back, and there's nothing, I always say, nothing beats playing for your hometown, and I can say nothing beats coaching for your hometown too.
Legendary family. Your mom, Paula McNamara, part of the class of 1970, was the voted best athlete with Paul McGovern.
Yeah, she was.
Pretty darn impressive. Paula, I hope you're watching at home. But what an incredible athletic family you came from. And Shannon, you as well. What an athlete you were. You were, you know, part of the Norwood hockey team that was a bit of a rival for Westwood, which I'm sure there was some dart boards with W's that you guys would throw a couple darts at. Could you ever see yourself having a favorable opinion towards Westwood Girls Hockey League, let alone being a coach for Westwood Girls Hockey?
Yeah, in high school I never would have thought that, but joining this team has been the best thing ever. We just have so much fun. Yeah, it's awesome.
And now you get to, you're connected now with Dad.
Yeah.
You know, and you were connected last year with Dad, where helping out with the athletics, and really cool to see you guys together.
Yeah.
Really kind of enjoying that.
Yeah.
This is different. You know, I always look at, you know, when Bill Siebet's involved in the games, he's a coach. I call him Coach when I see him.
Yeah.
And I look at, you know, your dad when he's at the games. He's part of the team, part of the program.
Yeah.
How special is that to have Dad around for this season, 19-1?
Yeah, it's awesome. He's just such a great person to turn to for advice. Anytime we have questions or anything like that, he's always there. It'll be funny. He'll be like, "we," and he's like, he's like, "I still think I'm a part of Westwood." He's just like, "I will always be a part of Westwood." So, yeah, he's just great to have around. He's been great helping me and Lauren with everything.
Now, as someone in your second year now coaching the program, waking up early is kind of a little bit different. Westwood does it different. You know, those are tough early mornings. I had to tap out, you know, coaching-wise. It was too much for me with, the, you know, my job and all that. How have you adapted to that? And do you think that is a strength, you know, that creates some mental toughness for the girls in games like, you know, yesterday, for example?
Yeah, definitely. I think in the morning, I think it makes us be stronger as a team that we get up and we're doing it early morning, and being able to just push through in the morning, it then makes you realize that you can do it in the afternoon for the games.
Yeah, and Justine, those early mornings, you know, I would look over at the boys' locker room. We practice at the same time, so the girls and the boys practice at the same time. And the guys would be playing Taylor Swift, so you know they're having fun out there. You know, what's it like for the girls? Are you guys having, you know, just as much fun at those early mornings? Because you kind of have to embrace it together. It's not easy shoveling your car out of snow and then heading 20 minutes away for practice. You know, how much fun is that for you to spend with the girls?
It's really fun. Like, I love starting the morning with everyone. Like, I feel like practice in the morning is always fun. Like, everyone's always smiling. Like, even if we're, like, skating, everyone's always just, like, happy. And, like, it just, like, really lifts the mood for the entire day. And I feel like the car ride there, like, my carpool, like, we're always talking. Like, when we get to the locker room, we'll play music. So I feel like even though it's so early, like, it doesn't feel like it's that early because we're all just happy to be there.
So you guys had incredible success last year. You lost probably most, you know, historic, prolific goal scorer in girls' history. Caroline, you know, you're a good player too. Kate was special, you know, for many, many years. And there was some question marks. Are you going to be able to, you know, reproduce that production? You guys have. You guys, I feel like, also have, you're deeper now. And also the defense is on another level. Talk about what have been the noticeable differences from last year to this year that you see, and do you guys see yourself as a stronger team going into the playoffs this year? We'll start with you, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, last year, of course, like you said, losing Kate was a big loss, and there was always this, well, we don't have Kate Sullivan, and I think we just kind of try to hit home this year that we were more than just Kate Sullivan last year. I mean, we had over 120 goals, and yeah, Kate made up 40 of them, but everyone else had to make up the rest of them. So this year, everyone has really stepped up, and I think like big ones are like Justine playing center has really stepped up, and Bridget Lewis stepping up has been really big this year.
Exceptional,
so,
exceptional player, and this player
and of
as
course,
well.
Jennifer Lynn, without a doubt.
10 shutouts in 20 games.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Amazing.
I mean, is she the best goalie that you've been around, seen play, you know, or, you know, seen opponents-wise as well?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of goalies in my time, and she is 1,000% the best goalie I've ever seen, and she's a goalie that you sometimes look and you're like, we good? But she is so locked in her own way, and it works. And, I mean, last night, third period, I was watching it last night and again this morning, and just some of the saves that she comes up with, it's unbelievable. So I know that they all respect and they trust her, and she trusts them, and I can't say enough great things about Jennifer Lynn being the best.
And the first period, couple weak goals, you know, that or you know, goals that she normally would save. But what I loved about it was the save she made when it mattered the most. When you guys got to within a goal, huge save, you know, on a one-timer on the doorstep. When you guys tied the game, big saves, and then when you guys took the lead, she helped close out that game. Just absolutely remarkable. Want to give same question to all three of you guys. What would bringing a state championship down 109 back to 200 Manhattan Street mean to you guys? We'll start with you, Justine.
It'd mean a lot. Like, I feel like it just show like all our hard work that we put in every single day, like waking up early, just like doing everything. So I feel like just like showing them that, like, especially a girl sport, because I feel like sometimes it's overlooked a little bit. So just like proving that like we're just as good as anyone else. And yeah, it'd just be awesome.
Absolutely. Shannon?
Yeah, it'd be awesome. We put in so much time and effort, the girls and me and Lauren, that it would just, you could tell everyone really wants it this year. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everything they said. I mean, the amount of time and behind-the-scenes stuff that we do between watching games and our group text and everything, just trying to figure stuff out and watching plays, and it would mean a lot to see our hard work all pay off in the end.
I will fit in one more question because we do have another minute. You put together a very challenging, difficult schedule, and I think it really did pay off. 19-1 on the season. If you were to say, when you put that schedule together at the beginning of the season, that you guys would be 19-1, what would you have thought?
I mean, you always hope for the best. I did it, and I was just like, I know in the rankings-wise it's going to help, and you want it to be be the best. And did I know it was going to be this? Absolutely not, I'm honest. And last year I didn't know it was going to be what last year was either, but these girls, they surprise us every day. So I'm just going to keep challenging them, and I know that they're going to live up to it. So.
Well, girls, it has been an absolute pleasure to call your games, to be a witness. You guys inspire me. The effort, the consistent effort, the old school style hockey, lunch pail hockey, putting it deep, chasing after it, getting some greasy goals. Love every bit of it. Keep it up. We'll be there for the playoffs. But 19-1 is absolutely remarkable. You should be very, very proud of that. And we are very, very excited to be covering the playoffs starting next week. But girls, thank you so much for the time, and really appreciate you guys coming on. And folks, stick around. We have coming up after the break pizza box predictions. We will. You want to stick around for that one. We got some good ones. So we're coming right back up after the break.
As an independent boutique financial planning and wealth management firm that is women-owned and operated, we offer a unique approach that sets us apart from others in the industry. At our firm, we prioritize providing dedicated care and service to each of our clients. This means that our advisors have ample time to get to know you and your family and be there to support you when you need it the most. And that's what we do at Nightingale, ensuring every client has the peace of mind they deserve, knowing we have their back.
Nothing in sports happens without commitment. You have to commit to prepare. You have to commit to compete. And when the game is on the line, you have to commit to making a decision and trust your preparation. The same is true when it comes to orthodontics. When you commit to improving your smile, you're making a commitment to a better life. Your mouth is the front door to your health. And who doesn't love showing off a beautiful smile when you're celebrating with friends and teammates? Arch Orthodontics is committed to you and being part of creating an even better you. When you're ready to commit, you know who to call.
Camilla started in 1988 in Wellesley. We opened here in 2014. Our most popular options are people really like the chicken parm, eggplant parm, anything with our marinara sauce because it's nice and fresh, homemade. The meatballs are really good, so you could do like a meatball sub or spaghetti and meatballs. Like, of course, pizzas. Everyone likes like a classic cheese pizza.
At Dedham Health, we've got it all, including group exercise classes, swim lessons, free ongoing personal training, free childcare, sports conditioning, women's only amenities, cold plunge muscular recovery. See all we have to offer here at Dedham Health.
The Westwood Living Sports Show is brought to you by Nightingale Wealth Solutions. More than wealth solutions, new wealth traditions. Camellas, eat like our family. Brown Brothers Roofing, we treat your home like our castle. And Dedham Health and Athletic Complex, one body, one mind, one life.
Hey everybody, did you miss me?
I did.
That was
Welcome
the
back.
first time in 6 shows that I've been watching and I wasn't on. It's not like I want to be on all the time, but it was kind of nice.
Separation anxiety.
Did you?
Yeah, I had some
glad
separation
we're back.
anxiety.
Well, one of our favorite times of every show is when we make our Camilla's Pizza Box predictions. Here are the pizza boxes. Would you like to go first or second?
I went first last time. You go first this time.
Okay, bold prediction. I will say this. Last month I said that Westwood was going to win a total of 4 TVL championships, and that prediction came true.
Yeah.
Not bad. So, here's my prediction. Moving forward, it's bold. The Westwood girls will win the D2 state championship. The Westwood girls, you have my backing. You have my support. You have my endorsement. Now go make it happen.
Now, you're stealing mine from last month.
That's okay. We can both be correct.
All right. Hey.
It took me a month to be convinced.
I was a believer early. Mine is, and it was going to be Jennifer Lynn is going to be all Scholastic, which should happen and will happen.
Oh, I like that one.
But Team USA men's hockey is going to follow the ladies and win the gold medal. So the ladies won the gold medal today over Canada. Team USA is going to do it as well, the men. So really excited. Love the Olympics.
It is crazy to think it's 46 years since the U.S. has won a gold medal. Oh, let's always leave these on here. Give Camellas a little love in this segment. So, you have heard us mention Dedham Health and Athletic Complex a number of times throughout this show. It is our pleasure to join to welcome. It is our pleasure to welcome to the Rat Pack Sports Desk, Jess Brown. How are you?
Hello. Thank you. Very warm welcome.
Yes, it's nice to have you, and we truly appreciate the support that Dedham Health and Athletic Complex has given to everything that we have done. Nothing that we do is possible without the sponsor support, so thanks to you and the whole team.
Of course.
And the team is monstrous because you do a lot.
Yes, we have a very big facility. There's a lot going on there at all times.
I've talked to a bunch of your colleagues, and they say the toughest thing is just get somebody in the door and have them experience maybe one thing first or two things. And then it's like, wow. And then they spread their arms a little bit. But you could really just guide someone who doesn't know a lot about Dedham Health and Athletic Complex about the so many different things that you could possibly do in that building.
I honestly don't even know where to start. The fitness center is a great place to start, but you can branch off into things. I mean, we have so many kids programs. If you like tennis, if we've had people who have never played tennis before and now they're in there 5, 6, 7 days a week. The group fitness program is amazing. We have so many classes. So just seeing people come in who have maybe lost touch with their fitness routine and then going into being an avid gym goer, it's just really nice to see. So we have literally anything you could think of in the fitness realm within those 500 walls.
Now, Jess, I got a question for you. I'm going to ask for a friend.
Okay.
As a friend that's on the wrong side of 35, that has the body physique, I'd say, as a bag of milk.
Okay.
What can this friend do to chisel up a little bit and be more presentable?
Any current fitness routine?
Not that I know of.
Okay, well, a blend of cardio and strength, I'd say. Trying to get in, 2-3 times hitting the weights.
Okay.
Be a good place to start.
That's good to know. I'll make sure to write that down and send that to the friend.
Send him a text?
Yeah.
For personal note.
No, one of the things that Jess spearheads is, I don't know that it's necessarily a new initiative because I think that you've been kind of teetering around the edges on this for a bit, but the concept of working with teams and with particularly high school athletes specifically, because, think about the audience we're talking about here.
Yes.
You have a whole setup where teams and individuals can come in and the conditioning and the programming is really scheduled for them to work specifically on their sport. I want you to guide me through that program.
Yeah, so the speed and strength program that we have upstairs at Dedham Health really ranges from teams, individual, any kids that just want to get into fitness. Maybe they don't know what they're doing. They don't want to get hurt. They want to find somewhere where it's safe to learn to lift. We have a few basketball teams and quite a few tennis teams that come in and train with us. So it's cool seeing different sports coming in, trying to learn more about how to get better off the court, off the game, so that they can be better when they're in season.
Jess, I want to say thank you, obviously, for being the engine behind the Hall of Fame. And I got great feedback today from an alum and also some of the Hall of Famers that said this is the best they've ever seen when they looked at the Hall of Fame on Westwood Living Sports. And part of that, they said having community backing was important to them because it shows that this is important. There's people that believe in this and the importance of this. It's history, but it's also a great partnership. Community is all about partnership. And one question I have for you is, in your role, a lot of your role too is you're changing lives. You are literally seeing people transform their bodies. Confidence is a big thing too when you see people start the gym and then you see them months and months later.
Yes.
How rewarding is that for you when you see that, someone come in and they're a different person after a lot of hard work?
Extremely. You can see those changes even just, a few weeks in from someone who's literally scared to come into the fitness center. They look like a big question mark is on their face. And then they're coming in and they could almost tell us what they should be doing. So it's very rewarding. It's definitely the best part of the job. And you see it from kids all the way up to adults. Shy kids that just don't want to participate to where they're leading the warm-up. So that's very, very fulfilling.
I cannot let you get out of here without talking about Lloyd Gainsborough, who is the brains behind this entire machine.
Yes.
He's basically Walt Disney of Dedham Health and Athletic Complex. I've got a great story to share, but I want to get your perspective on working with Lloyd and his wife, who have done such a wonderful job building that empire over there. What do you think is the key to their success as leaders and visionaries?
They don't stop. They are just constantly going. Like, you can stop and talk to them for 10 or 15 seconds, but they're moving on to the next thing, making sure that everything's going smoothly. They're just always working.
So the first time I walked over there and talked to Lloyd about possibly joining us as a sponsor, he gave me the tour.
Yeah.
And the tour ain't 5 minutes.
No,
That's a 10K step tour. Tell your friends.
It's like Globo Gym from, you're like, oh, here, which floor are we going to start on?
Have your friend go on the tour, perhaps. It's a
10K
good start.
steps.
Yes. I'll see you there next week.
But many of you might know the amazing pool in the back of Dedham Health where they have the summer club. And so here's the quick story about that. He says, do you know how that got designed? I'm like, I have no idea how that got designed, Lloyd. How would I possibly know that? He goes, well, we were thinking about doing it, and we had the architectural plans, and we went down to this convention in San Antonio, Texas, and there was this big architect convention, and someone who was on the stage said, does anybody out there have their plans? And he goes, I had our plans. So I raised my hand. He goes, can I look at the plans?
Yeah.
And he gave the guy the plans, and the guy on the stage goes, yeah, these are not good. Do you mind if collectively this group of architects puts together
We
your
learn
pool?
together here, yeah.
That was the design of the pool.
Wow.
Like from that day, that's how that pool was designed. Good thing he brought his plans.
Oh my God! So I had just moved from San Antonio when I came to interview for the job, and he's like, "Do I have a story for you?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Great, I'm ready."
Pretty crazy.
It's actually genius when you think about that because he probably saved thousands and thousands of dollars.
100%.
You know,
Right.
on just like service fees of putting it together.
And it is, if you haven't been there, when the summertime comes, you got to go check out the summer club because it is ridiculously fun back there. A fun for all ages. Now, I did prep Jess for our 3 things segment. So she is prepared. And in fact, I think she's so prepared that I'm going to have Jess go first.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so we each have a thing.
Yes.
And Jess Brown is going to lead us off with her thing. Your thing is what, Jess?
My thing is running. I love to run. I'm training for my first marathon in May. I've done 12 half marathons, so it's time to make the jump for that. So every day, 5-6 times a week for sure, running.
I have to laugh a little bit because I've done 6 of them, and each time I say there's no way I'm going to do a marathon. So you're pushing yourself over the over the top.
You've done
I love
6
that.
half marathons?
I've done 6, and I've said every time there's no way I'm ever going to do.
You've technically done 3 marathons within those.
See,
so
that's what I need. I need that coach that kind of gets this ready.
If you can do a half, you can do a full.
So in my mind, you just had 6 things right there. But go ahead. What's your thing?
Yes, but high five out of the gate, unbelievable. My thing is, I got a message for the Den. Get out, get loud, get on the road too. Go support the girls and the boys. The girls basketball has a home game. My goodness, that's gonna be incredible. So get out and support them. Get out and support the boys. And we have a double header for boys and girls hockey. If that is gonna be what happens for the first round, let's get out there. Let's get loud. It's gonna be incredible.
Yeah, that will really be great. And I'll be out there.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a fantastic cold evening, but I will bundle up and be ready to rock and roll. Here's my thing. Speaking of cold, speaking of hockey, I'm a sucker like most people for the Olympics, and my thing is I love randomly in the middle of an afternoon just flipping on the TV and seeing a world-class event. And today it was the women winning the gold medal against Canada. On Sunday, hopefully it'll be another classic gold medal that is being competed for at 8:30 a.m.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what time it is to me. My thing is when it's the Olympics and it's an international world-class competition, just get your butt in front of the television and watch because this is a memory.
Gold is gold, baby.
Gold
is
gold. Yeah. Well, we do have a minute or 2 here, Jess. I didn't know how quickly we'd get through our things. So tell me about your athletic background besides running. Like in high school, were you an athlete from San Antonio?
I'm from here. I had moved to San Antonio for a few years, but my big thing was basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Where'd you go
basketball.
to high
Stoneham High.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I played at Westfield, and then I played at Salem State.
Did you beat Melrose?
Yes. Yes, we
That's
did beat
key.
Melrose.
Well, Melrose and Wakefield, but Stoneham have the rivalry with Melrose too?
Yes, yeah. I mean, those were all kind of close. Woburn, we had a pretty good rivalry with them as well. But, yeah, basketball was the big thing. So we run some basketball clinics over at Dedham. I still coach AAU basketball as well.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, basketball's #1, and then running is just below that.
I don't know if you got enough time on your hands.
You know.
But great town. My aunt lived right by the Bear Hill Golf Course.
Oh, I literally live right over there.
Look at
Yep.
that. Look at that.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Very
Small world.
I
maybe
run
gets
by
smaller.
that to go to Wakefield.
Look at the
all
99. We
time.
used to get the gift card at the 99 right there.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it was a popular
literally
spot.
I'm like, did they tell you where I live?
No. She was right on Park Street or Park Ave, right out of Wakefield. Yeah.
So wait, what marathon's in May?
It's the Steel Rail Marathon in Western Mass.
Tom, not too late to sign up?
I know,
Apparently
yeah.
not. Thanks for letting me know.
Let your friend know.
I will let my friend.
That is Jess Brown from the Dedham Health and Athletic Complex. This, of course, is Morgan Donahue. I'm Tom Lydon. We have a lot of people to thank. It starts with Charlotte Lynch, who's been coordinating all of our eyes to the right cameras here. We also have Josh Kagan with us tonight, working one of the cameras. We thank him. Evan Cardamino, our incredible director and friend. The great crew here at Cabela's, starting with Catherine Lendrum. Nectaria is here. Our boys Sam and Darius not here tonight, but typically they are when we stop by. Great guests tonight, Morgan. The Seabits, Ethan Lee, Jacqueline McGowan, Justine Connolly, Lauren Lopez, Shannon Gillis, and of course Jess. Good times, huh?
They set the tone for the playoffs. I'm ready. Drop the puck.
Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back. The next show 4 weeks from tonight, so it's March 19th. Until then, for Morgan, I'm Tom. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching.